Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. We're coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigerian. The Supreme Court has scheduled October 22nd to hear a suit filed by 16 state governments challenging the legality of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The suit, instituted by the Kogi state government and 15 other states, is contesting the constitutionality of the laws establishing the EFCC. The 15 other states joined in the suitor: Ondo, Edo, Oyo, Ogun, Nasarawa, Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, Jigawa State, Enugu, Benue, Anambra, Plateau, Cross River, and Niger State, respectively. The Association of Media and Communications Researchers of Nigeria, AMCRON, has called for ethics and balance in reporting security challenges. The association made the call at its 4th International Conference and Annual General Meeting in Abuja. Global Television brings you details. We'll bring you details of this report in our subsequent bulletin. Properties worth millions of naira have been destroyed by fire outbreak at the popular Canteen Quarry textile market. Global Television learns that the incident occurred while traders were preparing to close the market at the weekend. Global Television's correspondent Idris Jibrin has the rest of the story.
Although it is still not clear about the cause of the outbreak, but traders suspect electricity sparks from a solar connection destroying a total of 10 shops belonging to various traders.
For
over 2 months, we don't have light in this part of the market, and many people are suspecting it's a solar connection that caused the problem. According to Quarry Market Traders Union, investigation is ongoing to ascertain the real cause of the fire and also the extent of the damage. We don't really know what caused the fire, but we are working in collaboration with Kano State Fire Service and the owners of the shop, which I am part of them, to see what is responsible for this fire, even though some people are saying it's solar because there is no light here. Saifullahi Awal and many other textile traders are trying to assess the damage caused by the inferno, as they could not salvage anything from their shops. I was at home when I received a phone call that I should come to the market. Our shops are on fire. And by the time I arrived, everything has gone. And I can tell you that I could not remove anything from my shop. I've lost everything that is inside the shop, including my computers where I used to put records. The affected shop owners have therefore appealed to authorities to come to their aid. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
The Association of Media and Communications Researchers of Nigeria, AMCRON, has called for ethics and balance in reporting security challenges. The association made the call at its 4th International Conference and Annual General Meeting in Abuja. Global Television brings you details. The theme of this year's conference is contending issues in national security and the role of the media. The acting Vice-Chancellor, University of Abuja, Professor Aisha Sani Mekudi, says Nigeria, like any other nation, is faced with complex security challenges that demands strategic, multi-sectoral responses.
The media's influence on national security is multifaceted. It serves as a critical link between the government, security agencies, and the public, offering an avenue for transparency and accountability.
Speaking on the contending issues, Professor Akinfeleye highlighted the importance of free press in factual reporting.
Under Chapter 2 of our Constitution, I'm talking particularly Section 22, which empowers the journalists to do what? To monitor government and make them accountable to the people at all times. So we're talking about national security. The media should serve as mediating factor between the policymakers, the citizenry, and of course, the unwilling participant in the society.
Further speaking on the issues, Chairman Channels Group Professor John Momo, represented by Professor Abiodun, stressed the importance of ethics and balance in reporting security challenges.
The media's role in a democratic society is not one of mere reporting. It is a critical agent in shaping public understanding and engagement with national issues.
In a world where national security concerns are evolving at unprecedented rates, stakeholders say the media's role in shaping public perception, influencing policies, cannot be overemphasized. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has called on leaders and stakeholders across all spheres to prioritize creating an enabling environment where youths particularly can reach their full potential. The governor says fostering an environment where young people can thrive is a collective responsibility of leaders to the future generation. As the high cost of rice continues to take toll on Nigerians across the country, some Kano State residents are now patronizing unbagged leftover rice from factories in the state in order to feed. Idris Jibrin reports that the not-too-decent rice, locally called afafata, is cheap and sells at 70,000 naira per bag, as against 87,000 naira for premium rice. Residents of Imo State have lamented over the current economic situation in Nigeria, attributing it to the removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Tinubu. Global Television's Amarachi Ibe reports from Owerri.
This is Owerri, capital of Imo State. Residents of the metropolis are not happy over the current economic situation in Nigeria, citing the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government as cause.
This is the worst economy since I was born in this country. Let me explain to you. Today, I have 2 kids in the school. I can't pay their school fees. I had to begin to source out money from this corner, from the other corner, to be able to pay their school fees. You can imagine now to eat. Before, sometime in the past, you can afford to call a friend to give you money or call a relation. Not now. Nobody has got.
Currently, I have to park my own car. I'm going with the public transport because when I calculate the cost of fuel down to my destination, it is highly expensive. And considering the level of income, we can't just go beyond our own income. The expenses will become much. So the government has published us. The government has dealt with us economically and otherwise. Insecurity and so many other things. In short, to mention but the few. But I can only say I am tired of this government.
For other residents, the removal of fuel subsidy has led to the inability of many people to pay their children's school fees.
Now, if it's not God, we are not going anywhere. The government are not helping out. Every day, it keep on increasing. I just say these things now. This thing, before I do buy this thing. This is a jota. This fancy jota. I do buy this jota 300, 400. I'll say 600, 700. But now you buy it at the rate of 1,002, 1,003. Then you say 1,500. See, just this thing like this. It's unfair now, my sister.
I'm a fashion designer, and the cost of production is really so high. So customers find it difficult to pay, and then even when they pay, when they pay, they feel we charge them so high. And then after which, even after feeling that we charge them high, we being able to produce with that amount of money is also difficult. So we end up producing and not making much profit. So it's really affecting us.
Now, the residents of Owerri are calling on the government to address the economic challenges facing the country and also provide relief to the citizens. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
Katsina State Police Command has foiled 3 separate kidnapping attempts by suspected armed bandits in Damusa and Faskari local government areas, rescuing 8 victims unarmed. The police public relations officer, ASP Abubakar Sadiq, in a statement revealed that the incident occurred on October 7, 2024. Arewa Consultative Forum says it is taking decisive steps to address the growing insecurity and lack of unity in northern Nigeria. The forum's National Publicity Secretary, Professor Tukur Mohammed Baba, says the region can no longer remain passive in the face of increasing banditry and terrorism, which has significantly disrupted lives, agriculture, and travel. The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency has assured Nigerians that water levels in the River Niger are under control as the country prepares for potential flooding. The agency's Director General, Umar Mohammed, who made this known in a statement in Abuja, noted the importance of adhering to flood preparedness protocols. He says water levels in the River Niger basin have been gradually receding since early, adding that Jebba Dam is spilling excess water in coordination with operators of the Kanji Dam. You're watching Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, where Midday News returns. Ex-Liverpool boss Klopp joins Red Bull as head of operations. Details of this and more after this break. Please stay with us. Thanks for seeing us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of the Midday News. In business, major oil marketers are to begin the direct purchase of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery between Thursday and next week, as the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited pulls out as sole off-taker of the product from the $20 billion plant. Multiple sources from NNPC and the Major Energy Marketers Association of Nigeria confirmed that NNPCL is no longer the sole off-taker of Dangote petrol, giving room for other players in the downstream to buy products directly from the Dangote refinery. Meanwhile, oil marketers say the decision of NNPC to stop being the sole off-taker of petrol from the refinery means that the federal government has systematically stopped subsidy on petrol completely. (2024) declined by 22.85 degrees percentage, from $3.37 billion in the first quarter of the year to $2.60 billion. This is according to the National Bureau of Statistics capital importation reports for the second quarter of the year. However, when compared to the same period of last year, Nigeria's capital importation rose by 152.8% from $1.3 billion to the current figure. The House of Representatives Joint Committees investigating environmental consequences of crude oil transportation and oil spills allegedly caused by ITO E&P and Owando Oil Limited threatened to issue a warrant of arrest against the firms following their failure to appear before the panel. Both ITO E&P and Owando Oil Limited were invited to provide detailed explanations regarding their operations in the Niger Delta region, but were absent at the hearing. Chairman of the House Committee on Environment, Julius Pondi Babojo, who issued the warning at the opening of the investigative hearing, says the firms have been evading summons by the panel constituted to investigate their activities. The federal government has inaugurated the National Task Force on the European Union Deforestation Regulation. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, disclosed this at a press briefing in Abuja. He says the inauguration of the NTF is a crucial step in aligning Nigeria's agricultural practices with international standards, ensuring the continued access of Nigerian products to the lucrative EU market. On the foreign scene, meteorologists are warning Hurricane Milton could cause several tornadoes as Florida braces for the storm's arrival. The National Oceanic Atmospheric Association says the Category 5 storm will likely trigger scattered thunderstorms across the central and southern Florida peninsula. The NOR noted current forecasts suggest conditions will favor supercell development with a potential for tornadoes. In an election that was criticized by rights groups, Tunisia's President Kais Saied has won a second term with more than 90% of the vote. The Electoral Commission made this known. Only 2 candidates out of more than a dozen other hopefuls were allowed to stand against President Saied in Sunday's ballot, where only 29% of more than 9 million registered voters took part. Kenya's parliament set to vote on impeaching Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in a political drama that has exposed a rift in the governing party. Lawmakers have accused the 59-year-old deputy to President William Ruto of corruption, undermining the government and practicing ethnically divisive politics, among a host of other charges. At a press conference, Gachagua denied their accusations as outrageous and sheer propaganda, saying it was a scheme to hound him out of office. French authorities have ordered Omar bin Laden, a son of slain al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden, to leave the country over posts on social media. France's Interior Minister made this announcement. In sports, former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has a new role as head of football operations at Red Bull, which owns the Leipzig, Salzburg and New York clubs. Klopp, who left Liverpool at the end of last season after 9 years in charge, says after nearly 25 years on the sidelines, he couldn't be more excited to be involved in a project like that. Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen has confirmed his return to action immediately after the 25-year-old, who sustained an injury during Galatasaray's 3-3 draw with Kasim Pasa, revealed in a video that he expects to be back for the club's next league match against Antalyaspor on October 19th. That's it on the Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV, channel 365, Star Times, channel 276, and free to air on Nigecomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I'm Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching, and see you again.